guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Darian. Today I'm going to be doing my product empties. And if you don't watch a lot of YouTube, you're probably wondering why you care what's going in my trash. But kind of the point of empties are, one, looking at what I've actually used up, which can be pretty important because something that I've used up is something that I actually really like. Or I just wanted to get through it and now I'm done and glad it's over. So I'm also going to be talking about what I've repurchased or what I'm going to repurchase based on what I've used up. So let's just go ahead and get started. First up, I used all of the products from the Drunk Elephant The Littles kit. So it comes with the Bee Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum. So you use this in the morning. And the C Firma Day Serum. So you generally use these two together, or that's what they recommend. It comes with the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil, the TLC Framboose Glycolic Night Serum, the Umbra Sheer Physical Daily Defense Sunscreen, so it's SPF 30, and then the Bestie No. 9 Jelly Cleanser. The last thing it comes with is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream, but I actually gave the little sample jar to my sister to use because I already have the full size. So I used up all of those. So everything that came in the little kit I've used up, and it was kind of packaged really nicely. I bought this because I wanted to try the Drunk Elephant products without committing to a full size, which this was great. I loved this little package. I felt like there was enough in each of the little sample sizes that I got to kind of tell what I wanted to purchase and what I didn't. And overall, I really liked the little kit. So if you're looking to try out Drunk Elephant, or if you're looking for some new skincare, this might be a really great option for you. Drunk Elephant is very expensive, so this little kit was $90, which is like hurts my soul a little bit, but I really liked everything in here. I do have pretty sensitive skin. I generally don't like a lot of serums or oils. Oils tend to break me out, but the marula oil did not. So overall, I really liked it. I actually ended up going out and purchasing the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. This is the moisturizer that came in the Littles kit, and I liked it so much that I bought the full size, and I have already used up the full size product, which is $60, I believe. So again, this hurts my soul a little bit, but it is so good. I have really sensitive skin. I have pretty dry skin, and I just felt like this moisturized my skin, but without too heavy. I felt like this wore really well under makeup. Just overall, really love this, and I will be repurchasing just on a payday. That's when that's happening. The next skincare things that I used up, and this is not like over the course of a month that I used these. I've been kind of accumulating this for a couple months now, so don't just think I use an insane amount of skincare products. But I tested out some products from The Ordinary. I used their hyaluronic acid, the Azelic acid suspension 10%, and the natural moisturizing factors plus HA. So these three together were probably less than 20 bucks. They're very affordable products. Overall, I really liked the hyaluronic acid. The other reason, so the reason I chose these products specifically was because of a Wayne Goss video. He was talking about what products to use based on your skin type and that kind of thing. And these were the things that he recommended based on skin types with rosacea. So I picked these up specifically because I have rosacea. So you may or may not like these products for your skin if you have a different skin type than I do or things like that. But if you have rosacea, you tend to have a lot of redness. You can break out because of it. So in general, that's kind of why I chose these products. I purchased all of these from Beautylish. It's kind of an online beauty retailer. They carry some brands that like Ulta and Sephora don't have, so that's why I ordered it from there. Sephora did carry The Ordinary for like a hot minute, and then now it's gone again, so I don't really know what happened there. But I liked the hyaluronic acid. I will probably repurchase this. I think it was like $6, so it really... Hyaluronic acid is supposed to kind of bring moisture into your skin. So if you have dry skin, adding hyaluronic acid to your skincare routine could make a really big difference, because it is basically just supposed to retain the moisture that your skin already has and then kind of bring more moisture into it. I don't really know how the science of it works, but I always like using products with hyaluronic acid in it. So just adding a specific hyaluronic acid serum seemed to help. I used it before my moisturizer, before like anything else, just after I cleansed my skin, and I really liked it. These two, not my favorite. I really didn't like this natural moisturizing factors. I felt like it pilled up on my skin whenever I put makeup on top of this, so I just was not a fan of this. It's really just a moisturizer, so if you have a moisturizer you like, then I would pass on this, but if you're looking for one, this might be an okay option for you. It just wasn't my favorite. The Azelic, I don't know how to say that, acid suspension, I didn't feel like it did all that much. So in general, out of these three, the only one that I'm going to repurchase is going to be the hyaluronic acid. But if you're looking for some affordable skincare, then The Ordinary might be a great brand for you. You just will kind of need to research what you're going to need based on your skin type and what your preferences are and that kind of thing. So definitely just do your research. Kind of the point of the brand is you buy what you want to create a skincare product. So kind of the thing that a lot of people don't like about The Ordinary is you can't just use one product. Like you can't just use hyaluronic acid on your skin and that be all that you use for your skincare routine. You're going to need something else to go with it. They basically break down all of the ingredients that can come in other like moisturizers or other skincare products, and they just kind of break those down into those individual factors. And for some people that's good, for some people it's not. Some people want one product that does a lot of things instead of having one product that does one specific thing. But it's kind of up to your preference. If you need a lot more moisture in your skin, adding just hyaluronic acid might be all you need. If you don't have a skincare routine at all, then you would need like 10 products from The Ordinary just to create a skincare routine. So it's really up to your preference and whether or not that's something that you want to do and invest in, but their products individually are very affordable. In the same order that I bought The Ordinary products from Beautylish, I also picked up this Hylamide Sensitive Fix serum. This again was a Wayne Goss recommendation. He said for rosacea, this is something that he recommended and thought would make the biggest difference. I don't really know if I saw a big difference, and I used the entire bottle, so I might repurchase this. This was $20, so it's a little bit more expensive than The Ordinary, but still pretty affordable in terms of skincare products. So I don't know. I'm not sure on this one how I feel about it yet, but I may end up repurchasing it just to see if it really made a difference now that I haven't been using it for a little while since I ran out. So maybe I'll repurchase and see how that goes. Next I have some hair care products. I used up the Living Proof Restore Perfecting Spray. It's a long title. This wasn't my absolute favorite. It's kind of like a leave-in conditioner type product, and I don't like the feeling of a lot of product in my hair, so this wasn't my favorite because it definitely gives that feeling. Even if you use the tiniest amount, like 3 sprays, and I have really thick hair, so that's a small amount of product for me, I still just felt like it wasn't I don't know, wasn't that great. It just felt really heavy. It just wasn't my favorite. So I won't be repurchasing this. I prefer the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair leave-in conditioner over this one. So I won't repurchase that, but it was okay. I used it up, but I just won't end up repurchasing it. Next is the Quai Texturizing Hairspray. I got a little sample of this in a Sephora like favorites hair kit, and I tried out a couple different things, but I've used this one up. I'm not big on texturizing hairsprays. I don't like having a lot of texture to my hair because, well, even if I use them, it just doesn't do anything because I have really thick, really heavy hair. So adding a texturizing hairspray or things like that just don't really do that much. So I did use it up, but it didn't really like hold my hair in place, which is really more what I'm looking for with a hairspray. So I wouldn't end up repurchasing the full size of this. It was just okay for me, but I do know a lot of people really like that. So if you're looking for a texturizing hairspray, this might be a good one to try. Okay, next on to some makeup. I used a lot of these. I used up 2 of the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And I'm already like 3/4 of the way through the next one. I use the crap out of this stuff. It's my favorite for setting my makeup. I feel like it really does help my makeup last longer. It just makes a big difference in my makeup routine, and I use a lot of it because it really works for me. I also used up one of the Morphe continuous setting mists. I've used probably 4 or 5 of these since I discovered it. I really like it for kind of setting down my powders, not really for making my makeup last longer. It doesn't really help with that because it doesn't have alcohol in it. It's a glycerin-based setting spray, so it's really just gonna kind of help settle down powders. If you're needing something to wet like your makeup brush when you're applying a shimmer shade or anything like that, a glycerin-based setting spray is gonna be your best bet. And I really like the mist on this. It's a aerosol can instead of like a spray, like a spritzer kind of thing. So it's a really fine mist, and it just is my favorite for that type of setting spray. So those are kind of the 2 types of setting spray I use, and the All Nighter and the Morphe are kind of what I use on a daily basis. They are my favorites. Next is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This is my holy grail setting powder. It is not heavy, it's not cakey, it does not change the color of my makeup, which a lot of them do. This is just my favorite. I use the shade Translucent Light, and this thing is empty because I use it every single day. I already have a new one, I already repurchased it, and as soon as I run out of the next one, I will repurchase it again. Even if I find another setting powder that I like, this probably will still beat it, so it's just so good. I like it. If you have really oily skin, you may not like this one, but if you have more dry skin and you have a hard time finding setting powders that don't kind of make your skin too matte, or they don't, if they look really heavy or cakey, try this one. This one is really nice. I also used up an entire Smashbox Studio Skin foundation. There's maybe like one more use in here. This shade is way too dark, like way too dark. So I'm actually kind of surprised I managed to get through this because I had to mix it. This is the shade 0.5 and it's still too dark. I'm a pale bitch. It's fine. Since this is a shade 0.5, I don't know if there's a shade lighter than this, so I'll have to check into that, because if there's not, I probably won't repurchase it, but if there is, I will, just in my correct foundation shade. But I do like this foundation. It wears really well. It's not too heavy. It's a good foundation. Okay, next I used up a full one of the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I love this stuff. But I think my Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, is actually beating this as my current favorite foundation, which is crazy. But this one is a little bit heavier than that one. It looks more like makeup on the skin, but I still love this. This is the shade Fair, which Fair is not light enough for me. It's quite a bit more yellow and a little, maybe like 2 shades too dark. So I really want them to expand the shade range of this because it's just a thing. I'm fair and it's really hard to find foundations and concealers that are light enough. So I know it's just a part of my life, but it'd be great if they would expand the shade range. So I used up a full one of this. This is a really nice foundation if you have dry skin, because this is one of the only ones I've found that doesn't emphasize texture on my skin, which is a pet peeve of mine and something that a lot of foundations do because I have dry skin. So if I have any flakiness or any dry skin or any like dry patches, a lot of foundations will emphasize that, and this one does not. It looks really smooth on the skin and wears really well. So this is one of my holy grail products. I also used up 2 brow pencils. One of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Whiz in Taupe. I don't generally buy high-end brow pencils because they're way too expensive to repurchase all the time, but I bought this one to use for my wedding, so I've just been kind of using it up ever since and finally got through it. I do really like the Brow Whiz, but I don't think it's worth it to buy a friggin' $24 pencil once a month when I can buy drugstore ones that work pretty much just as well. So I did use that up, but I also used up a Catrice Slim Matic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade medium. Yeah, medium. I like this one quite a lot. It's a little bit too creamy for me, which makes it a little bit hard to apply because it deposits a lot of product whenever you kind of put it on your brows. But it does have a spoolie on the end, and it worked really well. I do like it. I will probably end up repurchasing it, but in a lighter shade. Medium was a little bit too dark. I mainly used it kind of on the tail end of my brow when I wanted to get a more defined look. But I will probably repurchase this just in like light or taupe or something like that. So that is that. I think the last thing is I used up, well, mostly used up, there's like one more use in here. The Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, the sample size. Again, I bought this for my wedding because I tested some things out, a lot of things, and this worked the best with the foundation that I was using, and it helped me stay a little bit more matte throughout the day. I really love this primer, and I've already repurchased the full size. It is very expensive. I think it's like $54 for the full size, but if you have an event that you're going to or want to test this out, the sample size is really nice, and I think it was like $10, something like that. That is my empties. The other things I kind of wanted to mention are things that I am decluttering. I'm decluttering 3 mascaras that are not cruelty-free. I haven't really been using them, but they just are in my collection, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter these. This is the Benefit Roller Lash. I'm still looking for a replacement for this because this is probably my favorite mascara of all time, and it's not cruelty-free. This is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. This is my favorite lower lash mascara. I didn't know that was like a thing that YouTubers did for a long time, wore this as their lower lash mascara. But again, I'm still searching for a replacement for this because it's not cruelty free. The last is the Voluminous Lash Paradise in Waterproof. I got this for my wedding because I wanted an affordable mascara because I don't generally wear waterproof mascara. I wore it once and I'm decluttering, so it's what it is. I'm also decluttering the Flower Powder Miracle Matte Universal Finishing Powder. I just don't really like this. It's too matte for my skin. I bought it as like something to use as a touch-up powder, but I don't really like using it for that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter. That is all I have today. I hope you liked this video. If you want to see more product empties, be sure and hit the thumbs up button. It just kind of helps you know what I actually use up. If I say I like something but I don't really use it up, then, I mean, I don't know. I like knowing what people use up, what they are repurchasing, that kind of thing. So if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment if there are any specific videos that you want to see in the future. Otherwise, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.